Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is MizukiArts, and I've been feeling a little bit art blocked lately, so I thought maybe it was time for a second sketch with me vlog. So I guess now it's kind of a series, and essentially it's just me recording my warm-ups for a couple of days and sharing them with you guys, because I realized I don't really share a lot of like my conceptual, kind of personal pieces that aren't full-on paintings. I do monthly sketch dumps on my Ko-fi for my Ko-fi supporters, which means really like photos of pretty much every sketch I do in the entire month. That's, not a full painting, it's just like doodles and whatnot. So yeah, a little plug there. If you're interested in seeing more sketches and warm-ups and things like that, you can definitely head over to my Ko-fi page and get a full sketch dump every month in the form of a Google slideshow. Speaking of Ko-fi, I want to give a big old shout out and thank you to Ashley and Michelle Kelly for supporting me on Ko-fi. Thank you guys so much for your support. I hope you enjoy this video, and I'm glad you guys enjoy my content. Thank you so much. So for this first sketch, as you can see on screen, it's a crouching girl holding flowers. I decided to break out the colored pencils and eventually the ink for this one. I tried to kind of do a little bit of exploration in the face. Like, the style isn't really different, but I tried to connect the lines for the eyelid to the eyelash line, and do a little bit of experimentation that way, because I realized I've been really stuck in my comfort zone, so to speak, and it's still very much my style. I just wanted to try something a little different with it, and I also went back to these big long swoopy kind of eyebrows that I used to do pretty often. Lately I've been kind of stuck in drawing kind of the same face over and over again, I think. So I think it was good for me to kind of remember the boundaries of the style that I had, and how far they actually are versus what I'm usually putting myself in a little box to use, if that makes sense. And I did bring out the pens to actually line this, even though a colored pencil can't really be erased anyway. I think it was important, since it was a warm-up, not to just leave it at a sketch, so I could kind of get some of the rusty line art out of the way, because sometimes when I start drawing in the morning, I'm not starting a whole piece, so I don't get that chance to get the rustiness out of the way, so to speak, before I end up inking or even painting, just because sometimes, you gotta finish up work from the other day or something. And after I finished that piece, I decided to do some faces. Sorry for the shaky camera work. My phone setup isn't very secure. It's always kind of shaking around, but I tried to do something a little different with the lash line on this one too, and I decided to give her a gap in her teeth. You'll see later on, I think. And I just wanted her face to look very classic in my style, but I tried to remember that I can do different facial features and freckles and all these little imperfections and stuff that really make characters look unique. And next I tried to do the opposite of a young girl like I did there, which really meant I was doing an older gentleman. He's very Founding Fathers looking, or steampunky almost, he kind of looks like a mix between steampunk and kind of like a wizard. I don't know what the deal is, but I gave him some nice little glasses and a tie, and just all the class. He's looking pretty classy. I wasn't sure what to do about his hair, though. It made me realize I don't know how to draw guys' hair. It's something I have to work on, clearly. Hairlines, I think, are a challenge, especially for me. But yeah, it kind of looks like it's all slicked back into a weird bun. I don't know what's going on there. And sorry, it's super shaky again. And going off of the steampunk wizard energy, I decided to draw an elf dude. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know how it's possible that I captured this kind of personality in his face, but looking at him, he looks like he causes trouble, I feel like we've got a character trio going here, with our elf guy, wizard, and girl that was probably sucked into a fantasy world or something. I don't know. But after doing some character sketches, I typically like to do some inanimate objects. And that day I chose teapots. I don't know why I chose teapots, but I wanted all different kinds of teapots. So I drew one that was very fancy, strange looking, and one that was very flat and round and practical, and one that looks like maybe someone like just sculpted it out of clay. It's kind of blocky looking. I don't know what the deal with that one was, but you know what? It got me warmed up and it got me ready to draw that day. If you're someone who struggles to start drawing for the day like me, I definitely recommend just jumping in and having like a special sketchbook or whatever just for warm-ups and getting yourself ready to go. It's definitely helped me a lot, and it's helped me do things that maybe I wouldn't ordinarily do in my normal painting sketchbook, like this next one. This next one was the following day, and I wanted to do a larger piece, and I wanted it to be mixed media. I wanted to use like actual glitter in my sketchbook because I have a like dragon hoard of art supplies that I never use, like glitter and markers and stuff, that I've just amassed over years and years of doing art at. So I thought maybe I should use it for my drawings, since I'm not like doing all the different art mediums that I used to do, but I spent pretty much all of my money when I was younger on this kind of stuff. So I thought it would be fun. So I did this elven girl. She's gonna have sparkly makeup and at least 2 different kinds of glitter. I had decided I wanted like a chunkier glitter and a finer glitter, and I wanted to use colored pencils, ink, and markers. So here I'm just inking my sketch, and her hair is going to take up a huge amount of the space, and I wanted it to look kind of manga-like, like a manga page that's going to have like tons of glitter on it for some reason. And it was really fun to kind of play around with using the marker to also fill out the shadows later, you'll see. But I got to use this hair shape to kind of carve out her silhouette and where she is, and it was really cool, I think. Ordinarily, I don't think I would have gotten to do this kind of weird, doodly, scrappy kind of piece just to include glitter in my sketchbook. Had I not dedicated a sketchbook to this type of experimentation, which is why I think it's so important, just so that you can, stay out of art block and feel like you're being fulfilled in your work, to have a place that's just for this. Like, it doesn't have to be a nice quality sketchbook either. It can just be like, one that you got at Five Below or the Dollar Tree or whatever. It really doesn't have to be anything special. And you can see on screen here, I know I said earlier I ended up I had used colored pencils in this piece, but I did not. I used Sharpies, apparently. I thought I used colored pencils. I must have been thinking of the earlier piece, but anyway, having this kind of sketchbook is super important, and you can kind of throw in sticky notes, which I decided to do on the following day. I was running out of space on this spread, but I didn't really want to like do another full page, so I decided to just fill out the space a little bit for, I believe it's day 3. So I just did a simple little face here. You'll see I did some poses, and I ended up doodling some critters too, but we'll get to that. So for the poses, I decided to keep them just super loose, and they were really just for me to kind of get the kind of, I guess, sloppier work out of the way. Like, I tend to elongate my proportions, I think, when I'm first warming up, so that was good to get out of my system. And then I did some guinea pigs with fairy wings, which I've been obsessed with lately. I mean, I've always been obsessed with guinea pigs, but adding fairy wings is just too cute. And it was really fun to kind of indulge that and just draw some cute, happy little creatures. So easy to draw too. You can draw like a billion of them without getting tired or like art blocked or anything, just because they're little blobs with like dots for eyes and semicircles for ears, and after that I decided to just stick those in along with some dried flowers, and voila, there's a fully filled out sketchbook spread. Not all of my sketchbook spreads look like this, but this one did, just because I dedicated 3 days worth of warm-ups to it, which is kind of nice. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was really fun and casual to make, and really kind of therapeutic. If you would like me to make more of these, let me know. I probably will anyways, but it's always good to know what you guys like. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye!